All right. Good morning. Yeah. Hope everybody had a great Resurrection Sunday. And wow, it was great celebrating, right? The resurrection of our Savior Jesus. And Al, thank you for that meditation. When I was, Lori and I just got married. We were neighbors with my Aunt Dot Fisher, Kim's mom. And it was springtime. It was a long winter. And my Aunt Dot was walking down the road, and she was just going, "Isn't it wonderful how this feels good? It just gives you, this energy." And just spring does that, doesn't it? It just makes you feel good, and let's get on with doing the Lord's work. And man, we've got a special Sunday here this morning, and we're going to be focused on our mission work that's done here at the church. And I want you to think back at like your first missionary that you came in contact with. Who was that? For me, it was Lonnie Pacheco. He was a missionary for a long time here at the church, and he worked in Mexico, and he was also a doctor, which was really cool. And he'd come and he would spend time in our house, and his family, and that was really neat. I also think of my time at camp and Penny Boggs. Anybody know Penny Boggs? But anyways, she was a missionary in Japan, and she would share some of the culture from Japan, and it just really made you feel good and be part of that. And that's what mission work is all about. Starts with the Great Commission. So to begin today's service, we're gonna go to Matthew chapter 28. And starting with the 18th verse, many of you probably know this by heart. Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. Then they saw him, they worshipped him, and some doubted. Then Jesus came to them and said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age." The early church, after Paul's conversion, they sent out Paul and Barnabas, and it was to not just to spread the gospel and to convert, but not just that, but to build churches throughout, and to have leaders there, and then to continue to pray and support with them and get letters back, right? So many of the New Testament letters that are there, and that's what we still do today. It's still about spreading the gospel, getting the word out, supporting that effort, and so we're going to really break into this today. We have 4 main missions. We also have other missions. We have Elkhorn Valley Christian Service Camp that we give to regularly and support. Mark Laughlin will be here in 2 weeks to share with us about that, and we've also support the Bible College up in East Liverpool, and there's many things. But the first one we're going to talk about today is the work that's happening down in the Dominican Republic, and we've had mission trips down there, and that mission goes through Joaquin. And he has been here to share with us a couple years ago, and what a really spirit-led man. And to go down there, Rob Greiner has led some mission trips, and I had the blessing to go down there, and man, just to feel the Holy Spirit in all of those churches that have been started down in the Dominican, and it's a beautiful thing. So we're going to have a video now that will share about those efforts.
El nombre invoca, búscale con vivo afán, dulceará tu amarga copa, tus pesares cesarán. Suave, suave luz, manantial, esperanza, fe y amor, su móvil celestial. Es Jesús el Salvador. Suave, suave luz, manantial de esperanza,
So, did did you feel connected to the baptism, right, is no different there than it is here, right? That's the main focus of what was going on there. I probably should have done some narrative. I didn't realize there was some dead space in there, but my goodness, just the when you feel the Spirit, you also see the love and the desire, but also the need that there is down there. And then the Magi boxes, you saw that. There's nothing more special when you give one of those Magi boxes to one of those young children, and it's like Christmas Day for them. But right on the very top of every box has a story or a coloring book that tells the whole Great Commission right there about Jesus. That's a beautiful thing. Then the next mission that we're going to talk about has been a mission for us for a long time. When I was growing up, there was the Fowlers lived right across the street, and they were some special people. And Judy Minton was a granddaughter, and she'll go into the history here. But this is down in Mexico, and I think you'll really enjoy this next video.
Hello, my name is Judy Lopez, and my connection to the Refocused Church goes 3 generations deep. My grandparents, Paul and Marie Fowler, lived at the corner of Penn and Neville, right across the street from the church, and my mom grew up in the church, Lynn Fowler, and I spent my summers at the Fallensby Church, at Elkhorn Camp, and spent Christmas break at the church and remember all of the Christmas Eve services. I also remember 2 really important people that were important in my life, and I loved children's church, and I loved being down around the piano, and I dreamt about being able to play the piano and lead children like Bobby did. I loved the songs that she taught us, and I loved children's church at the Fallensby Church. I taught those songs to my girls and to many other children over the years. I also remember making some really important decisions in Clarence Virtue's class when I was in junior high. I think he was probably my all-time favorite Sunday school teacher. He was very challenging, and I'm grateful that God put those people in my life. I have been a missionary in Mexico for 35 years, and for many of those years, the Fallensby Church has supported me, and I am very grateful. My brother and I started Crossroads when we were students at Milligan College, and today Crossroads has 2 fields in Appalachia, a field in New Orleans, a field in Louisville, Kentucky, and I am the field director of our Mexico team. God allowed me to be a part of a team that started 3 Christian schools in our city. Those schools currently run about 700 students each. Our Crossroads team has 17 members, 8 are staff and 9 are interns, and we try to meet the needs when we see them in our city. So I'm going to quickly explain 5 of the branches of ministry that we're involved in here. The first one is at our hospital. It's a regional hospital, so there are about 5 towns that use this hospital, and we take care of the caregivers. So if you have a patient in the hospital, you need to have a caregiver by their side 24/7. So many of these people don't have the resources, and they don't have the support when they're here in our city, and so we take them once a week a hot meal, we take them hygiene packages, reading materials, snacks, and we have a moment, a time that we all come together and we pray for these people and encourage them as they're going through this really difficult time with their sick loved one. We also care for immigrants, and over the past 7 years, we have cared for and housed and befriended thousands of immigrants that have come through our city. Today, we only have about 11 families that we are working with. We house some of them. We give food boxes to all of them weekly, and we take care of a lot of their medical needs, a lot of their educational needs, and we just help them to feel wanted and loved and safe in our city. 2 years ago, we started an English school. We call it the English House. We have 105 students, and I teach 54 of them. I teach all of the adults. We have classes 4 nights a week, and it's been an amazing way to meet students, amazing way to share our testimonies, to encourage one another. English is very, very important for these people because they live right here on the border. And it's also a great way to connect the American church to the Mexican culture, and we have a good time doing that through special events. And our English students are now being translators for us when we have groups, and they're also staff for our mini English camps that we have on Saturdays for the kids in the city. So we're super excited about the English House and its future. We have American churches that come with short-term missions teams about 20 weeks out of the year. And many of them come to do construction work with us. And these teams have built a Christian neighborhood in our city. It's called Piedrangular, which means cornerstone. There are currently 34 Mexican families that are living in that neighborhood. These are strong Christian leaders in their churches, the people that are living missionally in our city. And we have 6 lots left in that neighborhood. And God has been so good to us to be able to provide these homes for these amazing people. The Piedrangular neighborhood has been a 20-year project, but it's been a privilege to be a part of it. We also have a team that does some outreach in the city, mainly construction projects, and just this year we have worked on 5 different churches. We've worked with some elderly people, some single moms, some struggling families, and we are helping to remodel or re-roof or clear land, just some simpler projects in the city. And this has been an amazing way for us to connect with our city, with our community, and meet some of the needs that the local churches have and some of our struggling families have. We also have an intern program, and this year we have 9 interns. 5 of them are from Mexico. They are local interns. 1 is from Honduras, and 3 of them are from the States. And these kids bring amazing energy and new ideas to our team. Most of them are college graduates who are giving a year of service, and some of them are trying to decide whether full-time ministry is for them. And it's just been an amazing blessing to work with these kids. We would love for Refocus Church to come and visit us. Bring your youth group. You could bring just some leaders the first time if you wanted. We have a beautiful campus. Our dorms are nice. Our bathrooms are pretty, and Mexican food is really, really good. God bless you all as you serve your community there in Follansbee, and I thank you again for your support as I serve my community here. God bless you.
She looks a lot like her mom, doesn't she? All right. Yeah, special. And we've really committed to try to go down there within the next year. So we'll be talking about that. You can just see that, what's going on. I really am interested in the Crossroads community that they're building, and that is also the 2 in Appalachia, they said, and that really intrigues me. But wow, the Holy Spirit working. We had another new mission that we added this past year, and it was the Hippo Valley, which is in the eastern part of Africa that it supports. One of the things I really liked about that mission was that they were not just going out and evangelizing, but they were teaching the new ministers that were going to plant in those areas, not just to preach, but also to have a trade, right? That could be able to provide an income, but also provide services to those areas, which was really unique. And so at this time, we'll have a video from Hippo Valley.
Hi, I'm Rachel Johnson, the Living Proof Director here at Hippo Valley Christian Mission. And I'm here today with Al Surhall, and he's going to tell you why Hippo Valley Christian Mission is one of the great missions in the history of the church.
Thank you, Rachel. Yes, Hippo Valley Christian Mission is one of the great missions in the history of the Christian churches and Church of Christ. That's one of the great mission stories. It's founded by John Pemberton and Dr. Denny Pruitt, 2 World War II veterans who made a promise to God that if they got home, that they would serve him the rest of their life. And they got home and they honored their promise.
So, when did it all begin?
1956. That's when the Pembertons went over. The Pruitt family came 2 years later after Denny finished his medical training to be a medical missionary doctor. And they started the mission with the simple philosophy of reaching the whole person for Christ, the body, the mind, and the soul. The body through health care, the mind through mission schools, and the soul through preaching the gospel and planting churches. And so right there at Mashoko, they built a health clinic where Dr. Pruitt met the medical, physical needs of the people. They built a school where the Pembertons taught the children reading and writing and about Jesus. And there in the school, they started the church to reach the soul for Christ. So today, Nearly 70 years later, Hippo Valley Christian Mission has 29 mission schools, more than 20,000 children currently enrolled in our mission schools. Something like 600,000 or 700,000 kids have gone through these mission schools over the past 69 years. And that's why I say it's one of the, it's one of the great mission stories in the history of the independent Christian churches.
So how does the Living Proof program fit in?
The Living Proof program is something we started about 11 years ago, where we went to our mission schools, we went to our primary schools, and we talked to our headmasters, and we asked them to give us kids from within our mission schools who are bright kids with a great attitude, but they come from extremely poor families. Now, as you know, Zimbabwe is one of the poorest countries in the world, so these kids are the poorest of the poor. But we take these kids and we put them in these Living Proof clubs, and the clubs meet twice a week. Kids get a t-shirt, they get a Bible, they have great Bible curriculum, they get a protein drink. We really invest in these kids. We have our chaplains in our mission schools that work with the Living Proof clubs. We have patrons, 2 patrons in each school that work with the kids.
What's the cost to be a Living Proof sponsor, and how do you get signed up?
$30 a month to sponsor one of our kids, and we usually start with 2nd or 3rd graders. We take 20 of that $30 and we use that to run the program. So that's the curriculum, that's the patrons. We have 4 full-time employees over there working with this program. The protein drinks. We have a tutoring camp every year for 7th graders, so that it's 10 days from sunup to sundown preparing for their high school exams so they can go to high school. We have a college days event where we bring all the high school kids into Harare. This last year we had 600 kids at it. It's like an intense week of camp. We baptized over 30 kids last year at the college days event. And we do all that for $30 a month. 20 of it runs the program, and then 10 of that $30 goes into the Living Proof Scholarship Fund, so that when the child that you support reaches high school age, we can put them in high school. We currently have over 600 kids in high school who would not be there if it weren't for this Living Proof program.
So tell us about the Living Proof High School.
The Living Proof High School is an amazing thing at a place we call Pemberton Station in honor of our founder, John Pemberton. It sits on 160 acres right on a main road. Many of the children from our Living Proof program who really excel academically and in their character get the opportunity of a lifetime to go to this premier boarding school where they use Cambridge curriculum, and it really is such an academic advantage to them. We opened the school about 3 years ago, and we currently have 200 students, and soon there'll be about 250. Eventually, Living Proof High School will have over 1,200 students. And again, it's a private school, so we really invest in these kids and even encourage them, identify kids who have a heart for ministry, and encourage them to even go on to Bible college, Central Africa Christian College, which is also our Bible college, where we are training the hundreds who will reach the thousands. So, if you want to be a Living Proof sponsor, it's $30 a month. That's $1 a day, and you'll be matched up with a student, and you can email them. We print them off at our office, and when our team goes out to the bush, to the schools, they take the letters. The kids will write you back. You'll get a profile. You'll learn all about your Living Proof child. And so you can sign up, go to our website, use the QR code to get there, or just fill out one of our forms, and you'll get a profile. You can put it on your refrigerator and pray for your Living Proof child, and just make a difference in a young person's life in Zimbabwe.
Every first world Christian should be sponsoring at least one third world child.
So, sign up today to be a Living Proof sponsor.
Sign up today.
All right. So, the DR, Mexico, Africa, and but we also have mission work here, local too, and Weirton Christian Center, who's our very own Kim. Where is Kim? There you are. Come on up. She's going to be giving us a report on that. Yeah, if it's.
I usually will flip through my slides one at a time and talk right after you first.
They want yes, so people online can hear you.
Okay. Hear me now?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound any different from me. Anyway, that's a 2-minute video that I just put all my slide presentations into because the Baptist churches needed a mission moment. Like they do a mission moment on a Sunday and they wanted it within 2 minutes. So I'm pretty sure you couldn't read any of that either, right? I'll have to redo that. Anyway, we are in Weirton, been there 108 years. I haven't been there that long. I've only been there 19. My predecessor was there for 45. I won't be there that long, I can tell you that. No, I will not. But anyway, it's been a blessing. All these songs that we sang at the beginning of the service, it's like the goodness of God, and I have been able to see it so much being a part of the center. I was almost crying through the songs. We just had a fundraiser, and it was the Mardi Gras for Weirton Heights Rotary, and I had 3 of my students get up and speak, and I was blown away. They have videos and they're online, but to hear them and hear the changes in their life is why we do what we do. And I'm not the only one here in this church that does things. Billy and Glenda, who I noticed left, Billy's still there. Glenda was there till COVID, teaching our preschoolers. And We have 2 families that are in the church for preschool, and that's, I'm going to let you hear from Stacy when I get done, but Alicia's family is here. Her daughter was 3 when she came, and Stacy's daughter was 3, I believe, right, when she came. And Billy and Glenda have taught these kids how to pray.
Amen.
3 times during the day. They go to a public school and they can't understand why they can't pray in school. One little boy was told that he could do it quietly on his own, and he said, no, we get in a circle and we all pray. So he started his own little Bible study on the playground at recess. But we're affecting kids that young. The preschool is amazing, and then when they leave, after school kicks in, and we have about 70-some kids, I think now. And in last summer, we had about 86 of them. We have a waiting list for preschool, we have a waiting list for after school, and we have a waiting list for summer program, which I guess is good, but I just hate not being able to just let everyone come in. A lot of them would not be there if we didn't have transportation. And Mr. Ron can testify from the driver's seat of that it's not an easy job to get all these kids from all over town. I think I've been in every neighborhood, and I thought I was in every neighborhood, and then I just discovered another one last week. So we get them there. That's the big thing. They can't benefit from the food. They can't benefit from the blessing bags we send home on long weekends. They don't benefit from the Bible lessons and the homework help. And especially in the summer, we focus on reading. Kiwanis helps us by giving us money to pay teachers to come in and tutor our kids, because obviously we are a mission, but we have 18 people that we have to pay for, and it's not enough for any of them, but we are able to do that because churches like yours support us. So thank you for making us part of the mission budget. Couldn't thank you more for that. Knowing that that's coming in is great. We are a United Way agency, have been since it's been the community chest in Weirton, but just recently they lumped us in with the Upper Ohio Valley United Way. So we're looking to lose some of the funding. I'm hoping not to lose all of it, but we are a very small fish in a big pond right now. But we're the only after-school program in the area. Bobby John wanted to have a Weirton Christian Center in Steubenville, so he opened up Sycamore Center, and they're serving kids in downtown Steubenville and doing a great job of that. But they've got a lot of kids that don't get to come every day. We have been able to get a counseling service to come to us. Memorial Baptist actually gives us their library, so we can have a counselor come in and counsel with our kids and bill Medicaid, but they don't have to worry about getting them to those counselors. We started a program because so many of our kids had lost parents due to drug overdoses, or maybe lost grandparents who were raising them. Our area is very big in addiction, and so we had so many of our kids, even preschoolers, that had lost someone special. We started something called Never Alone Kids, and I'm just going to put a plug in there because we're going to get it started again. 2 of our kids have lost both parents right now. Another one, we have at least 4 kids right now that need this group. It's peer support for elementary, middle school, and high school kids. And we're planning to do it once a week through our summer program from mid-June through July. So if you know any kids who are grieving over a loss of a family member, please get in touch with us. It's normally a 10-week program, but I have a new grievance counselor that's going to come in, and we're going to do it 1 day a week through the 7-week summer program. So if any of you would like to be trained to be a volunteer and lead some of the groups, that would be great. They all come in with their parents, and then they break down into those age groups. We've even had a preschool group our very first year because we had a preschooler in there. So we say from ages 4 to 18. So just keep that in mind. That'll be happening this summer. And then we're working on something that next year we've got a counseling service that will actually be available to us 4 days a week, which will be a wonderful thing. Because the kids don't pay anything to come. It was a very hard decision this year this coming year will be the first year that we've ever charged anything at all for preschool. But there is such a waiting list, and we just weren't sure after losing funding from United Way how it was going to work. So we are going to have a graduated fee, and I would guess less than half, no, probably, I don't know. Billy might know, Jackie might. I haven't seen the numbers yet for next year, but I know a lot of them were still in the income level that they would not have to pay anything. So we are calling that preschool scholarships. So funding that we get in will go to pay for those kids who can't afford to pay anything. Because we want to stay there. We want to stay a mission. But the realities of keeping the doors open and the lights on and the heat going and the people paid is a big thing. And I write a lot of grants. I just got us a new iPad lab through Jackie does all of our bookkeeping. Jackie was a PNC or what? J.C. Williams, PNC Bank. Got us all new iPads and 5 iMacs to put. We have 2 different computer labs, and our 3-year-olds immediately got to go in, and there was no learning curve. They didn't have to learn how to put the mouse on the floor instead of on the screen. And so the iPads they were used to, they're like phone screens. So that's brought us to where we need to be there. I'm trying to remember what else was on that thing. Usually I can get a trigger there. But anyway, we do what we can. We do send kids to camp. Mark's going to be here and talk about their ministry. And I'm going to tell you what, getting these kids to camp for a week is a blessing and a half. And then we go in August, we take all of our kids that want to go or who've been able to spend the night out there with our staff. We stay in the dorms with them. We hang out with them all day. We're able to worship with them every day, do Bible lessons. We can pray with them in the morning. We pray with them at night. And it is a wonderful thing. So you don't have to go to Mexico or Dominican. You can come to Weirton and volunteer your services to help with homework or read books. We actually have the Rotary Club reading to preschool right now, and everybody that I've talked to has had a blast. One guy comes every week, I think. Dollar Bill goes every week. He loves it. But anyway, there are opportunities for you to serve right there in Weirton and make a difference in the lives of the kids that we serve and the families. And I asked Stacy this morning, I did text her, I'm not throwing her under the bus like right away, but she's had a little bit of time to think. But I wanted to give her a minute because Stacy and Dan are one of those families whose kids started at the center, and through a lot of prayer, their lives have been changed. Don't cry. So I'm just going to let her know the difference that we're making in families, not only with kids. Even though we serve a couple hundred kids a year, every one of those kids has a family. And the other part of it is when their families aren't there for them, we still are. We're the WCC family. So thank you again for all your support. Truly appreciate it. And I'm just going to give Stacy a minute. I'll tell you, she's our fitness and nutrition expert. We brought her on last summer, and a game of kickball, she was the only one chasing the ball, like all over the place. She has more energy than the whole staff combined, and she's now filling in. We had a maternity leave and a death in the family, and so we had 2 positions that were empty, and Stacy jumped in and took on the 5th and 6th graders, and we know this is not an easy crew to handle, so she has mastered keeping them. They're learning scriptures like crazy, and they're doing an awesome job. So she's doing an awesome job, and she's been a blessing to the center. As a blessing.
Okay, so as Kim had said, the Christian Center was there for my children when I couldn't be. We were one of those families that were riddled with addiction. Off and on, it had destroyed my childhood, and I was destroying my children through it, off and on. Through the guidance of my children with the Christian Center, they led us here. They led us to be baptized right there. They let us be married on our porch by Jason, our pastor. By the grace of God and the hearts of the people that run the Christian Center, they gave me a chance to minister these children. But what these children understand, they minister me every day. I've never had a job that didn't feel like a job. that gave me energy and life to want to go and see the faces of these children. And I'm going to be frank with you, a lot of them don't have many good things to look forward to after that school bell rings. We're a place where we can give them a hot meal, we give them a snack. Kids give us hugs that may not get hugged at home. We might be the only voice that tells them that we're proud of them and we're happy that they are a part of us. And my son, Zane, he works with the leadership program, and he ministers my class once a week. He gives them a sermon that is from his heart, and these kids look up to him. And so I want to thank you all for giving to our mission, because there is an endless need for help for these families, both that work there and anybody that takes care of the children. We have a lot of needs of prayer for them right now. We have a young lady that had a clubfoot surgery, and then we have 2 children that were in the horrific accident. By the grace of God, looks like they're going to be okay. Just say an extra prayer for them, and I want to thank you so much for supporting them. Sorry I'm up here crying like a baby, but that's what it does to you. That center brought me to God because he got to them through my children, and they gave my children that gift. Thank you.
It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I want to close with this. Okay. Romans chapter 10, starting with verse 13. For anyone who calls on his name of the Lord will be saved. It goes on. How then can they call on the one they have not believed in? And how can they believe in the ones whom they have not heard? And how can they without someone preaching to them? And how can they preach unless they are sent? For it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring the good news.